Does Federer have a point? Are courts being slowed to aid Alcaraz and Sinner? The world number 3 Alex Zverev agreed, saying tournament directors obviously want Jannik and Carlos to do well every tournament. The top 2 in the world have indeed met in the final of the past 5 tournaments they both entered, and they have been played on clay, grass, and hard courts. There is a strong argument to say they would also prevail on ice and sand, but there is no doubt court speeds have become much more uniform over the past 20 years. There were 2 completely separate tours in the 1980s and 1990s, according to former British number 1 Jeremy Bates, those who played on the clay and those who played on the fast courts. But are Federer's instincts backed up by the data? BBC Sport takes a look at the numbers and asks the tournament director in Cincinnati whether a slow court makes sound business sense. We tournament directors need to fix it. Federer was speaking to Andy Roddick's Served podcast at the Laver Cup in San Francisco. As a driving force behind the annual team competition, he has a say on many things, including court speed. And the 20-time Grand Slam champion admits the court in California was too slow. We, the tournament directors, need to fix it, Federer told Roddick. We need to have not only fast courts, but what we would want to see is Alcaraz and Sinner figure it out on lightning fast courts and then have the same match on super slow, and then see how that matches up. Now everybody plays similar. It's because the tournament directors have allowed, with the ball speed and the court speed, that every week is basically the same, and that's why you can just go from winning French, Wimbledon, US Open, and just play the same way. I understand the safety net the tournament directors see by making the surface slower. For the weaker player, he has to hit extra amazing shots to beat Sinner, whereas if it's quick, he can only maybe blast a few at the right time, and he gets past. That's why the tournament directors kind of like having Sinner and Alcaraz in the finals. It kind of works for the game. With the exception of this week's tournament in Shanghai, the data shows the courts at this year's Masters 1000 events have been faster than they were in 2017. One of the first year's regular data was provided. But even the quickest court, in Toronto, where this year's Canadian event was held, is only rated as medium fast. While there is some variety between the venues, it is also true to say players do not need to alter their game style very much to be successful on hard, clay, and grass courts. These numbers are based on limited readings from the main show courts, and other factors do come into play. Heat and humidity can affect the court speed, and balls and string technology also play a significant part. The ADP now has greater oversight of the balls used on the men's tour. By ensuring the same ball is used consistently at, say, each summer North American hard court event, it hopes tournaments will be better equipped to decide what type of court preparation will produce the speed they desire. And advances in string technology allow balls hit with a lot of topspin on hard, clay, and grass courts to react far more similarly to each other than flat shots bouncing on the respective surfaces, according to Ian McLeod, the creative lead for tennis at Hawkeye Innovations. Officiating technology, which covers all court lines for out calls, has been compulsory at all ADP events from the start of the year. It means the organization will in future have a wealth of data from show courts and outside courts to draw on. And in case you are wondering, hard courts can be slowed down by adding sand and grit to the paint. This creates a rougher texture and greater friction. Creating something to benefit certain players never goes through our head. And so to the million-dollar question. Would a tournament director consider slowing down a court to increase, still further, the chance of a Sinner-Alcaraz final? Trying to create something that benefits certain players never goes through our head. Not even close, said Bob Moran, who runs the ADP and WTA 1000 events in Cincinnati. We were fast, and we had Sinner and Alcaraz in the final. For the 3 years I've been doing this in Cincinnati, the players have come back to me that they feel fast, to every player. What we were really striving for this year was consistency throughout the swing. When they hit the States, in Washington, D.C., through to the US Open, we all decided that we wanted to be in that medium fast to fast range. Our goal, consistent speeds, consistent ball, and that's what we are being told by the players they want.